Yo, what is up? It is BiceHD here, back for another video. Today in this video, I am finally doing episode 1 of Career Mode in Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 3. I know it's taken me a while to finally do this, but with the whole track editor thing, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit because I've been doing just like those videos once a week. So I'm sorry if I've been slacking. It's just I'm trying to get on a schedule between school and making videos, because obviously I'm not making bank off YouTube, so I can't just rely on this. So obviously I gotta worry about school. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start career mode. I actually started it when I first played the game because it kind of forced me into it. So I'm just gonna start a new one because obviously I didn't even get to the first race. So it's gonna ask me if I want to do a new career, and obviously yes, because all I did was just that practice race, which you can choose your sponsors. So I'm gonna start off 250 East since I live on the East Coast, and then we'll start off with easy AI difficulty just because I want to get good sponsors. Because I'm gonna aim for Red Bull KTM. Well, actually I'm on 250, so it's Troy Lee Red Bull KTM, but obviously I just want Red Bull and KTM. So flow aid, we're gonna turn that off. Rewind, I'm still trying to get the hang of this new game. It's a little bit different from the second one, which is my excuse of just being bad, so I'm just gonna leave it on. And standard physics, because I ain't got time to mess around with that. So yeah, I think we're ready to go. Okay, so this is the Bootcamp Race. So basically you just do a few laps on here, you race against a bunch of other people, which I think they're supposed to be privateers because I don't really recognize any of the names, but basically you just try to get the best position to get picked up by sponsors. All right, so I don't recognize any of these riders' names, so I'm sorry if I offend anybody who is like a big fan of some random privateer, but I don't know if these are made up riders or not. But anyways, I think we're gonna be fine. Alright, so I got a pretty good start. Just kind of got lucky though, and hole shot as well. So this is really weird riding on here because I literally just did a race where I was on a factory KTM 450, and now I'm on a just regular KTM 250, so the speed is not up to where I'm used to it being. So obviously this is why we're doing this race, so we can get a factory sponsor, hopefully, because I think what they do is when you finish the race, it gives you 2 options for different factory teams, and then the other ones will be like GoPro, and I don't remember the other one. So I think they just randomize it because they don't want to like favor a team over another one, so they don't always want to show like a Red Bull KTM and then like Monster Energy Kawasaki, because then obviously they would be favoring those 2 factory teams. So let's say I get first and those are the ones that pop up, and let's say I get 10th and then like JGR Suzuki or like Geico Honda pops up, so obviously they'll show some favoring in some factory teams. So I think it's kind of randomized, but not 100% sure on that. Haven't done it enough times to figure that out. So there's a lot of these jumps I'm not able to clear on this bike, because I think everything on this bike right now is actually stock. I don't think I could have added anything before I did this race, because I think it just throws you on whatever bike you selected from the beginning. This also has me with the default gear on, which it's not that bad this year. Last game was absolutely horrible. I think it was like fly gear, and I mean, I'm not hating on fly. I used to rock it back in the day, but it was just bad looking. Another little thing that's kind of disappointing to me is that I obviously am rocking the number 6. Usually I rock the number 11 because when I race BMX, that seemed to be my number for the longest time. Because unlike in Supercross and Motocross, you can't just choose your number for BMX, because what they did for BMX was basically off the previous season, whatever point standing you were at. So I was the 11th fastest for the East Coast for my age group and bike, so that's how they determine that number. So obviously in motocross it is not like that, otherwise Ken Roczen would definitely not be 94. So anyways, that's the number that I would have gone with, is 11, but Kyle Chisholm is on the number 11, and I got lucky with the first 2 games. For some reason they didn't have him in those games, so I was able to select 11, but this year he was in the game. So shout out to Kyle, but you got my number, bro. Well, I guess he's probably had that number longer than me, but still, 11 is my number. I chose 6 because, I don't know, I just thought it looked cool. But I can't get too attached to it because Jeremy Martin's back, so for the next game, the 6 will be gone. Kind of gotta hope, which is kind of messed up, but I gotta hope Kyle Chisholm isn't in the next game so I can get my number back. Alright, so I have a very, very big lead, so obviously I'm not gonna put this full race into the video because I don't want to bore you guys to death, but obviously I think I'm going to get the #1 spot. So I'll cut to when I finish the race, because I'll be curious to see what sponsors are going to be offered to me. Alright, so I'm coming around the last corner, and there we go. So I got the dub, so let's see who's trying to pick me up. Alright, so I finished the race, and this is what the sponsors that are being offered to me are. So we got Twirly Designs KTM, which obviously that's the one I'm going to be going with. But my other option is JGR, Yoshimura, Suzuki. I'm not hating on Suzuki, but yeah, that's a no-go. And then the other ones was GoPro and just Supercross. So obviously with those, the perks are you can customize it, so you can rock any gear, so like any brands like Thor, Fox, O'Neill, Shift, 7, anything. Unlike Twirly Designs, obviously it's Twirly Designs. And Suzuki, I don't know what it is, probably like Shift or something like that. But anyways, we're gonna go with Twirly Designs, so obviously that will give us all their factory components for the bike. Alright, so we're on the Twirly Designs KTM team now. So yeah, kind of famous now. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and go in here and change out the helmets. So one thing I am very, very disappointed about, which they did not add, which they made it seem like they would, was the helmets. We don't have Red Bull helmets. We don't have Monster Energy helmets. No Roczen helmets. Basically, we don't have any of the factory team helmets, which is kind of odd to me, because we have the gear, the bikes, but we don't have the helmets, which is something that I've always wanted to have since the first game came out, which was Red Bull helmets. Like, I would give up everything, well, not everything, but I would give up at least the gear to get the helmets, because in my opinion, the helmet is the coolest part. But since we are on Twirly Design, I did notice that there was a helmet that is very similar to the Red Bull helmet, the Comp factory helmet, which if you just glance at it real quick, it looks like the Red Bull Twirly Design helmet. So that's the one I'm going to go with. All right, now I'm going to put on some new goggles. I've already bought these, so we're going to do these Accurate gunmetal ones, which are pretty cool looking. All right, and for the boots, let's see. I think I'm going to go with Alpine Star ones. These right here actually would match pretty well, so they're called the Indianapolis ones. So I guess you're only supposed to wear those for the Indianapolis race, but I'm gonna break the rules and wear them all the time. Okay, so I got my rider all situated. Now I gotta go onto my bike and fix the numbering. And I will say they did improve the numbering. Like, you can make it a lot bigger than the previous games. I wish it could go a little bit bigger, because this is how small it goes and this is how big it goes. So it's not too bad, but on the sides, I've got to say that they actually nailed it. Probably about right here, and then obviously I'm gonna copy it to the left plate, and there we go, looking pretty good. It's just all they needed to do was fix the numbering for the gear, because that's as big as it gets. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the first race, which obviously it's East Coast, so it's not Anaheim 1. It's gonna be the Minneapolis race, which is in the US Bank Stadium. All right, so I don't know if I mentioned this in my video when I first looked at this game, but I love how they have on the stadiums the amount of seats, the length, and the year it opened. Obviously, they're gonna tell us if it's indoor or not. But anyways, I just thought that was something cool. So little details like that are really appealing to me, because it just shows that they really care about little details. So let's go ahead and start the race, and hopefully we can get the red plate. Okay, that was an okay start. Let's see. Not gonna get the whole shot. Oh, got kicked off. Okay, I'm gonna try to not rewind, just because if I keep rewinding, I don't think I'm really gonna improve, because then I'm not gonna learn from my mistakes. But I'm almost in dead last. But I'm in front of Alex Martin, so oof. Okay, for the 250s, we're just gonna like double through all of that right there. So we're definitely gonna have to work our way up through the pack. And oh, there's Martin. Obviously, he's on a 450 this year, and he's actually on a KTM, which I found interesting, because for the longest time, aka the first few rounds, I always thought they had it messed up because they showed him for KTM, but I thought he was on a Yamaha because his bike was black with a little bit of blue, which obviously that's how the Yamaha riders have their bikes, or the Yamaha team. The Yamaha riders have zero say. But he was also sponsored by Monster Energy, which obviously Red Bull is KTM, and then Monster is Yamaha and Kawasaki. So I found it interesting, kind of pulled like a little Brian Deegan thing right there. But I guess that's just the team that he's on. So he's kind of individually sponsored by Monster, which is why he's able to have the Monster on a KTM. But then again, there's no rules saying you can't be sponsored by KTM and Monster. But I thought it was interesting. So you gotta develop a rhythm. Obviously, the 450 rhythm's not gonna work for this. Because right here, can I, oh, okay, I can clear that triple. Now here on the 450, I can usually jump onto those, but here I'm at the just land flat and go at it. Let's see, dragging back, which is aka the rider killer, takes out average 2 riders a race. Let's see, so double, can we triple this? Okay, yep, so we can do double, triple, double. So there we go, that's pretty fast. Then this whoop section right here, got some really, ooh, over the bars. I have to make up for all those positions I just lost right there. So you guys should be proud of me. I haven't rewinded once. Oh, over the bars. Okay, I might have to rewind, guys. This is getting bad. Let's see, I'm in 10th place. That's not too bad. Ooh, can I? Okay, that triple is a lot smaller than I think it is. So let's see, stay low. So let's do double, triple. Can we triple this? Yes. Okay, there we go. So double, triple, triple. And then dragging back, you can just hit the first bump and just jump the whole thing. So double, triple. Ooh, a little bit short, but that's okay. Still haven't gained any positions yet, but I'm getting there. I like how in this game they actually kind of have the riders spaced out, because in the previous games, like there'll be 20 riders, but they're like all like in a little train almost. But this, they actually seem to have them spaced out more, which is pretty cool. But I do wish that they had the flaggers with blue flags, because sometimes these lappers, I swear they're like not coded to actually be lappers, because they will still get in your way and you will crash all the time from these lappers. I have to go wide on that berm to get some more speed. But yeah, this is not looking good for the point standing, but I'm not gonna rewind. Oh, but I really want to. I'm allowing myself to rewind just because it didn't cut me back on the track quickly. Okay, so Chase went down, so we should be able to get him through here. Oh, nope. Guess he still was able to get him momentum, even though he crashed. So he's taking him right here. Nope. Get him right here if I don't land on a tough block. Alright, right here, if we're gonna go for it. Ooh, almost. There we go, completed the pass. Alright, we got Chase, now we gotta get Kyle and Lucretia. Oh, well, Lucretia just made things easier for me. Ooh, went super wide on that. Did not mean to do that. Alright, I'm gonna have to make a bunch of passes on this lap right here from the last one. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to get the first place for the first race. Hey, that kind of rhymed. Let's see. I want to at least try and get 5th, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible. No. Shoot, can't lose any position. That's even worse. So you're gonna cut him right here. Nope. Dang it. I'm gonna go wide on this. Okay, maybe that was a bad idea. Okay, we're in 6th, not too bad. I'm gonna cut this tight. Oh my gosh, it still threw me out wide. Alright, so can we stick 6th? Alright, there we go. Not too bad. 6th place for the first race. Only rewinded a few times. But yeah, sad thing was that was on the easy difficulty, I believe. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully it was a little short, but not too short, because for the other game, we had to do like training and stuff. So luckily we don't have to do this for this game, but every once in a while there'll be like a little sponsored event, which is basically just a race. So yeah, definitely not missing those training segments. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully pretty soon. And for the Daytona track, I'm going to try and recreate it in Track Editor, but it's not going to be the track. I don't know, I'm just going to have the jumps in there, because obviously there's no stadium in this game that's big enough to house the entire track for Daytona, because obviously it's the 50th anniversary, so they went all out. So Ricky, crazy. I'll show you some clips of what the track looks like right now, but yeah, it takes up the entire grass field, and it's actually straights that are on the grass. So very interesting track. So yeah, it's gonna be a good race. I'll be there and I'll do some videos while I'm there as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.